No. We're going to go on the market in 2 seconds. Okay. I'm trying to get everybody set up. I'm fine with that. Yeah, thank you. We should be okay. Good morning, everyone. We're going to call to order.
Okay. Thank you. We don't have a cup here. It's okay. Just put it up there. Yes, you do have the books. Wow. Yeah.
Good morning. Today is July 30th, 2015. This is the 1 o'clock session of the Board of Liquor License Commissioners of Baltimore City. Chairman, the docket is ready.
Call the first case, please.
Okay. Soon Se Jin, Sun Hee Sin, H&S Inc. Trade name is Pepper's Liquors at 5440 Reisterstown Road. This is the Class BD7, beer, wine, and liquor, transfer of ownership.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Hanjay Shin. I'm the attorney for the applicants.
Okay.
To my right is Mrs. Jin, and to her right is Mrs. Shin. S-H-I-N as in Nancy. Hanjay is spelled H-Y-U-N as in Nancy, J-A-E.
Now, counsel, which one of these ladies is going to be the licensee, the operator?
The operator will be Mrs. Jin.
Okay. And who's going to be there during the hours of operation? She will be.
Yes.
Okay. She has experience with liquor and sales?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. In fact, she actually operated a restaurant in Prince George's County called Joe's Crab House. Oh, sorry, Jimmy's Crab House.
Jimmy's Crab House.
Yes, from
Right.
1986 to 2007.
In Landover, correct?
That is correct.
Right. Okay.
If I may, Commissioner,
Certainly.
we do have a letter from the Neighborhood Society stating that they are supporting the applicants. Would you like
Yes.
a copy of this at this time?
Yes,
Okay.
please. We also, just for the record, we have a copy in the record of the floor plan and the application.
I'll give you the one for you. At the end.
Questions from the commissioners?
No question at all.
None?
Okay. I've looked at the documents that have been submitted based on the proffer. I believe that we meet the requirements under 10202A, that this lady is a fit and proper person, and I'm a yes.
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 Okay. See, done it? Yes, sir.
You can just go for Ms. Russell. Thank you.
Madam Secretary, what's the next
The
case?
next item will be moved to the part of the regular docket, that's Baoying Lane, in regards to Gilmore Tavern, we can put that into the regular docket.
Okay.
The next 3 items, Marsha Hargrove, Water for Chocolate, Martin Corboy and Brent Sales, CNR Pub, and Matthew Wickensberg and Claudia Levitt for the HOA Hooters license. Those are all been requested for postponement. They've been rescheduled to either the 20th or the 13th of August. The next one is Jung Won Ji and Joseph Davis, Won J Inc. Trade name is Bunny's Liquor. That is at 2217-19 North Fulton Avenue. A Class A, beer, wine, and liquor, transfer for ownership.
Just as a pretext, Madam Secretary, do you have everything you need in the file for the application?
At this point, yes, I can tell you that we have the information in regards to the complete application. There's no memorandum of understanding, and our last inspection of this place was in February 25th of 2015, and we are an active and good steady in accordance with SDAT.
Counsel, for the record.
It's David Wu, W-O-O.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. Mrs. Chandra Wu
Mhm.
and Mr. Joseph Davis, the applicants.
Okay. Which one of these individuals is going to be running the establishment?
Mrs. Chu.
She will be. You're going to be there. Does she have experience with?
She has experience previously in dealing with retail liquor business.
Okay. You want to go into a little bit more detail on that, please? What kind of experience she has?
She did operate a liquor store known as Sunlight Liquors
Mhm.
from 2006 to 2014.
Right, I see that in the record. Okay. So she's got 8 years' experience.
Any,
Right.
do we know if there's any violations on that one?
I don't have the violation list, but let me check to see. Do you have a card for? We don't have any. At this point, we do not have any outstanding violations on it from the standpoint of anything that we have pending. There are no
Okay.
pending violations.
Established a relationship with the neighborhood, and the president of Neighborhood Association was Miss Annie Hall, and she was supportive of the application, and anytime.
Annie Hall, I'm sorry, H-A-L-L?
Yeah, A-N-N-I, like the movie.
Mhm.
J. Hall, H-A-L-L.
Okay, just for the record. And she's with the Community Association,
Yes, Penn North
Penn North.
Association.
Okay. Questions from the commissioners?
No?
No?
It's fine.
Based on the proffer and the documents in the record, I believe that she's the proper person, meets the requirements of 10-202A, and I'm a yes.
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 Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
One sec, I just want to make sure I'm on the right one. Okay. The last item on the exercise docket is Chuma Chiza and Crystal Peoples, Chiza's and Company, Inc. The trade name of this is Curly Liquors at 5200 Reisterstown Road, a Class A beer, wine, and liquor, application for transfer.
Once again, I'm back, and I do represent Mr. Chumachiza.
For the record, please, because, so you can take.
David Wu, W-O-O.
Thank you.
representing the applicants.
Okay. Madam Secretary, do we have, from your point of view, do we have all the documents that you require at this point?
Just trying to get to my file.
Okay,
One
take your
second.
time.
And missing this one. Hold on one second. There's
All she's doing is this is just down the street from the police department. Yeah, I noticed. Which one of these folks?
Oh, here it is.
Go ahead.
From we did not get a community letter. The application is complete. The only issue, both of them are Baltimore residents. The last inspection date was 7/13/15, and we found it open, and their SDATA is in good and active status.
Okay. Which one of these folks is going to be operating? The gentleman?
Yes.
What kind of experience does he have operating a liquor establishment?
He does not actually have experience in operating a liquor store per se, but he does have, and she also has retail business experience for many years.
Retail
Yes.
experience.
And of course, at the same time, they did go through the alcohol awareness education, and they're aware of all the rules and regulations, and so I believe they're fit and proper people. to
Now,
operate.
you do know that there are rules that you have to abide by.
Yes.
Right? Hopefully, we won't ever see you back in here for violations. You'll be good people in the community, right?
And I do have a letter from the community association.
Let's have it. Which community association is this? It doesn't say on here. Which community association is it?
Development there on Park area. The chairman is George Mitchell.
George Mitchell?
Yes.
Please be advised, has met with our neighborhood group and discussed his plans on purchasing Curly Liquors. Following our meeting, we feel he will be an asset to our neighborhood and will carry on the business established by the former owner. He has our support for this neighborhood business. Just for the record.
This is
Okay, questions?
Yes, Madam Secretary, did I understand you to say that there's some undone, some things that were not properly completed in the application process?
No, I said that there was, that both are Baltimore, and that they have sufficient Baltimore residencies, and that I just looked over the application before, and it was fine. We just were missing, we aren't missing anything. They were open they were open the last two, in July of 2015. So they were open in October.
No question.
Inspection.
No problem. No question.
Believe that fit and proper person meet the requirements under 10202A. I'm a yes.
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 Thank you.
Okay, I'm going back up in the docket to back to, Bai Ying Ling and Yan Zhang Company. Trade name is Gilmore Tavern. And that's 300 North Gilmore, Class A, beer, wine, and liquor, a transfer of ownership.
Okay.
Representing the transferee.
Spell, hold it, please. Spell for the record.
My last name is spelled Y-O-O, first name is J.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we have a preliminary. The transferee and the transferor, Mr. Pack, is present this afternoon, but it was brought to my attention that a letter of objection was submitted to the liquor board on Monday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So I made a diligent attempt to contact Ms. Smith, Joy Smith, via phone call, and I did leave a message, and also I did email her concerning the hearing this afternoon, and in order to get in touch with her to address her concerns. Unfortunately, she has not responded back to the email nor my phone calls. So at this time, and I did contact the community leader for the Franklin Square Community Association, Ms. Canty, and unfortunately, she has not responded back either. So if your honors would prefer that I do my diligence to continue to contact the community leader and Ms. Smith, then I'll request for a postponement, but
Mm-hmm. I think it's in
Stand
your
by, counsel.
file. Yeah. I
It's in the
put a
file.
copy of it in the file, but let me make sure that she has a copy of it.
What's her major complaint?
I don't have a copy of it.
Here it is. Give her a copy of it for you.
You ready?
I haven't seen it.
Could you give me the gist of that complaint and the objection from the community, please?
yes, Your Honor. Basically, most of the complaint or the concerns that Ms. Smith addressed has to do with the way Mr. Pack, the transferor, has been operating the business for past 10 years. Overall, she is uncomfortable with the liquor business to start with, and also the fact that Mr. Pack, the transferor, has not been involved with the community for the past 10 years. and the fact that he is a resident of Howard County rather than Baltimore City, when he has a business in the city.
Okay.
Mr. Peck.
And she
Julian also has a property in the city.
also, she also mentions the fact that it's listed as a tavern, but then again, it's actually licensed as a Class A, which is packaged goods. So, I mean, if she has objection about the trade name, my client's more than willing to change the trade name. But it's actually the sign at the business is liquor, not tavern. So,
No, it's an A.
Class A.
Yeah, it's Class A.
So if Your Honor would like me to continue the case, so I can.
Well, just stand by and give us a chance to read the letter, okay? I mean, if you're insisting on a postponement, we'll grant you a postponement. If you're not, give us a chance to see what the letter says and why there's an objection. It appears, just for the record, that the letter is objecting to the prior owner. Okay?
This is not in our package.
No, because it came after your package was done.
I would suggest they meet with the community and the person objecting to this, because it looks like, some type of agreement can be made between the community to clean up, this says it's not kept up.
That makes good sense. At least two of them have some idea of how they need to cooperate and relate to one another.
Yeah, to the community.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to postpone it until?
Two out of three. It's postponed. Now, do you understand what Commissioner Trotter and Commissioner Jones have suggested? That you go with your client to speak with the community to sort out the issues so that when we come back, we can hopefully, be on the consent docket and go right through without a problem.
Yes, Your Honor, what I'm gonna do is, I do have a mailing address for the community, but I don't have the email address. So I will write out a letter, and I left 2 messages already, but.
I understand
I'll
that.
to catch up with her.
I do the best you can in terms of due diligence and,
She's reacting to the posting, isn't
excuse me?
she? She's reacting to the posting, the complaint.
Yeah. So, and contact the office and we'll put it back in, hopefully we'll be able to put it back in on the consent docket rather.
It's already scheduled for the 13th, so I've given them the 2 weeks for that, and I've also submitted that again to the person for the objection. So
There you
they've
go.
both been sent that.
Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you're welcome. Yes, sir. Have a good day. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, the next one is on the regular docket, Marnell Cooper. Are you okay, Bryce, and Tom, and shut off, so we can? Yes. Okay, Marnell Cooper, Richard Glebe, and Robert Potker, that is Red Lion Hotel Management, Inc. Trade name is Hotel RL, Baltimore Inner Harbor, at 207 East Redwood Street. This is an application for a BHM, beer, wine, and liquor, under the Article 2B 6-201D2, requiring a minimum of no less than 100 rooms, a dining room facilities, for preparing and serving meals of at least 125 people at one seating, and a capital investment of at least $500,000, along with a request for live entertainment.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, Leanne Schreckengoss with Royston Muller McLean and Reed here on behalf of the applicants.
Do you have the spelling for that?
He has my,
Okay, he has your card.
he has my card.
Okay, so let's go through some of the items. 100 rooms,
The hotel.
120, right. Facilities for 125 people, capital investment of 500,000, request for live entertainment.
Yes, you should have documentation in the file regarding
Yep.
the budget.
Mhm.
They've spent over $4.4 million renovating this hotel. Over $500,000 alone was just spent on the guest rooms. So there's
Okay.
documentation and numbers for you in your file. There is seating to seat more than 150 people at one seating throughout the hotel. The fire marshal was in there, and the capacity alone, just the fire marshal for the first floor, is 371. With respect to hotel rooms, this hotel has 130 guest rooms in it, so all the requirements there have been met.
Madam Secretary, do we have any objections in the record from
No, there are no objections. No,
Okay.
But actually, there's a letter of support from the downtown, that came in this week from the Downtown Partnership.
Is that
letter of
Kirby
support.
Fowler?
This is from, Kate Daly.
Okay.
There's just 3 copies of it for you, that just came in.
Okay. Same difference, yeah. Now, this is for hotel,
Correct.
right?
It's a hotel.
Right. So, one of the things that we were talking about is we want to make sure that there's no underage drinking down there because we intend to send inspectors in from time to time, and we don't expect to have any issues.
The gentleman on my very far right is Mr. Potberg. He is actually
Okay.
the general manager of the hotel.
Okay.
He has a-
So we don't expect to see you back here for underage drinking because that's not going to be a good thing. Okay. Questions from the commissioners?
None.
When are you gonna open?
Timely.
Are you open now?
We're hoping to open August.
Hoping to open August 1. How's the parking?
Parking is valet, full-service 24-hour valet service, available for all the guests.
And how many rooms? 125?
130.
130 rooms. No problem.
Okay. Based on the prof testimony, comments
meet
from the
the
executive
requirement.
secretary, I'm a yes.
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 All the best. Good luck, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Fine investment in Baltimore.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Last one is Stuart Sachs. Sorry.
Secure credit. Stuart
Yeah.
Sachs.
Yeah.
Last one is Stuart Sachs, Worthington Alternative Capital, secured creditor. This is at 1501 Covington Street, a class 87, beer, wine, and liquor. A request for hardship extension of 2B10504D.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman and Commissioner. My name is Paul Cohen. I represent the secured creditor, Stuart Sachs, and Worthington Alternative Capital. We're here for a hardship extension. I can proffer that the liquor license in question has been sold to a third party, and I'm advised that the third party will be making application for the transfer within the next 30 days, and we'd like to keep the time period running to preserve the license and allow that transfer to take place.
Madam,
How long has this been inactive?
yeah, go ahead.
Excuse me?
How long has this been inactive?
Let's see. We sold the license May 28th.
So the,
I spoke with Mr. Wistat, who was the purchaser yesterday. He advised me he has a partner, and they anticipate filing the necessary paperwork with the commission within 30 days.
When did
Within
the establishment shut down? When they sold the license, when did it shut down? How long has it been in litigation?
They closed their doors in March. We did not find out as the secured creditor until April, and we immediately made the move to sell this license.
that's what, from our files, that in February was the first indications that they were being, that the place was going into bankruptcy, and then we received their notification in April. So that the location, that's what we have in our files.
February?
We have a letter from February that says that it was to advise that there's been a lender assigned to it, so that's.
And we became aware of it in April, and then we moved with all deliberate speed
Right.
to sell the license.
And the substitute sale was on March 10th.
And the license will stay at its current location?
Yeah, that's my understanding.
And the subsequent purchaser will appear at a later date. Is that my
Yes,
understanding?
exactly. when
For the
they-
transfer.
For the transfer, right, okay.
And a contract has been signed?
Yes.
I don't need, I'm falling apart, they took care of all that.
Okay.
So this falls in the 180 days,
Yes,
right?
it's in the
He's
whole
within, the
process.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, he's within the time
It's
limit.
within the timeframe.
So,
It's fine.
I'm a yes.
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 Okay. Thank you, counsel.
We can, we're on the record, but I know when I was representing First Mariner Bank, we closed a couple of loans, and there was some title work done. I came out to your office in Highland, I'm sure. it was a
Highland
year-
Title is now closed and out of business, but
Okay.
that would have been me.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Highland Title,
The
no
good
longer
old
in
day-
operation.
The good old days.
Good old days, yes, sir. You're welcome. Have a good day. That concludes the docket for this afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I can go back to work and still have 10 minutes.
Yeah, I
So 10 minutes to go? Huh? Well, I think next one is not gonna be quite as easy.
No, you're right.
Violations on the part.
Okay, great.
Do you have anything to say about the
No.
Stadium Lounge?
Oh, Stadium Lounge.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am?
Thank you.
Do you need this portion of your check back?
No, that's for you guys.
Okay, all right, thank you.